Hello there and welcome to another video. My name is Pasha and today we are going to be putting new bushings on the lower control arms for the 3000 GT. We finally got the Talon moving under its own power again, so it's out of the garage. Still needs a couple things. I'm going to go ahead and pull this into the garage before it starts raining. It's supposed to start raining within an hour 30 or something. Do a cool little cold start and pull this thing into the garage before it starts pouring down on us. Sounds pretty good. Okay, so we've got this thing in the garage now. So there's a 3K in its spot once again. Show you guys. This is the old tensioner and stuff. So it turns out, if I use on the GoPro, if I use like the auto turn on and record feature with just a press of the button from the top, and then when you press it again it automatically stops recording and turns the GoPro off. When I use that feature, which is extremely convenient, I've realized that it doesn't record sound, and so I've done a lot of the recording on doing the solid tensioner on the GT, and most of the sound did not record. I don't know why, but for some reason I'm not allowed to put out a timing video for this car. I mean, it's super easy. Timing belts aren't really that hard. You just gotta look up and do your research and then do it. We did it on the Talon, we did it on that, no problem. Alright, so what do we got here? We got some bushings here. As you guys can see, these are from SuperPro. They are eBay bushings. They were $270, but it comes with everything. Polyurethane bushings. It's a full set. So first things first, we're gonna pull off the old control arms and press the old bushings out and see what we're dealing with, really. So I'm gonna go ahead and once again jack the car up, take the wheels off, and go from there. Alright, I got that side off. Now this side's off. Okay. So, oh whoa, look who it is! So let's take a peep in here, see what's going on. So to get these arms off, gotta remove this joint. And it's actually pretty simple. Then there's a bolt right here, and some weird ass bolts right there. And then you have a ball joint right here that you gotta pop out of the knuckle. And that's all there is to it. I'm gonna go ahead and take an air wrench and pop those suckers out of there. First things first, I'm gonna start with the side that's actually having issues. And so I'm gonna go ahead and break this loose. Okay. Then you're gonna want to put the 14mm on the inside. Should be able to pop this out. Oh. Just kind of sit there like that, so we don't lose the nut. thread on there so it stays. Alright. I'm gonna get that bolt out. Can't really get a view with it. It runs all the way through there and onto there. And this is the bushing that I believe is actually causing the problem. Then I'm just gonna air torque that stuff off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick, and we'll come back to when I have to pop this ball joint out. So once I got that nut loose, I took my screwdriver, or actually I took my little hammer. I took this little hammer here. It's kind of really dark under here. And I kind of tapped the bolt through here. Trying to get an angle, can't really. You know, I came behind here, tapped the bolt, and then took my screwdriver against the bolt and tapped it out. It's right here. And as you can see, I can't get it fully out, so it just kind of sits there like so. And now I'm gonna go ahead. Oh shit, I got grease all over this. So now I'm gonna go ahead and undo all that, and then this should just like fall down, and I'm gonna be able to take the pickle fork and bust that ball joint out. I got the bolts out. The two larger ones are 17 millimeter, and the other are 14. The two small ones. And I presume if I were to tap this now with something, preferably a hammer, that it should just drop down. And then I gotta pop out that ball joint right there. This took a little while of beating, but I used the pickle fork and slowly bashed it until it finally broke. So now taking it out. Okay, there we go. And well, here's the arm. This ball joint's kind of gooped up its goop. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and try to reuse this, you know. Yeah, the boot's broken, but oh well, I don't feel like popping all that crap out. Alright, I'm gonna clean this up and see what we're dealing with. Well, after a couple hours and it's been raining, I figured out how to press the old one out and then press the new one in. I used the new one to press out the old one. This is the old casing. So what I did was I pressed out the centerpiece first, and then I used the new one because it has a lip, as you can see, and I used it to press the old casing out as well as pressing it at the same time. So there we go. I am not going to be replacing this piece, which is supposed to go here, just because this has a metal casing. This has a metal casing here, and this does not have a metal casing, and it's got a lip on each side, so it makes no sense how this is supposed to sit in there. I have no idea how you're supposed to get this in there. Whereas the other one is two-piece, and you slide one piece in from each end and then crimp it, which is what's going on here. As you can see, I already have it on. It makes no sense, this piece. So I'm just gonna leave the stock one in because there's nothing wrong with it really. So let's start with the arm. It's really dark in the corner of the shop here, but I'm gonna try to set you guys up over here. So I can see this is a long bolt that goes in here. It'll pop it out now. go. Alright. So, this is very, very simple. All you do is you got two pieces, right? Press them in. Nice and snug fit. Very good quality set. Then you take this piece and press it in. Kind of do your best with your fingers, and then you just pick it up. Just like that. I'm now going to press out the center piece using these like old leftover bushings. And then once the center rubber piece is pushed out, which also has oil in it, it's really weird. Once those are pushed out, I'm going to use the new one, put my special grease all over it, and then press it into the new one, or what am I saying? Press the new one in, and that's going to also press out the old casing at the same time. Alright, so let's... You guys can see there's a really funky old bushing. One of them is stuck in there. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it all the way out. Oh, there it goes. Well, as you guys can see, it's now empty, and all that's left is the metal casing. What I'm gonna do, take the new one, set it on there. That's gonna push the old casing out, while at the same time push the new bushing in. There's the old casing. We're gonna go ahead and install these back in and go for a drive where I hope it's good, because these suckers were $270 and well, I didn't even know if there was anything wrong with them.
Bruh. Just can't get no.
Well, you guys, we just came back from our test drive. Just slowly gets up off the ground like ugh. It wasn't the bushings. There's a bubble in the tire. I don't know if this is going to be visible on camera, but there's a bubble right here. We finally figured it out, why it's making this shaking noise. If you could look right there, there's a kind of a rip. There it is right there. So it's broken, because these tires are over almost 10 years old. So they've got cracks in them. But this tire has an actual broken cord because of it. And that's probably why it's pulling to the right and it shakes at high speeds. So after we came back from the test drive to test the bushings, I literally parked it in here, and it just so happened that the tire is right up to where the bubble is. Some tire life speed out of it, you know?